Because if you got more money than Rose, what's another 50 million, white boy? White boy, it's one for 40 on Indian Creek. It's one for 50 on Star Island. You got 48 hours, white boy. If you got Ricky Rose money, ain't none of my...
Rick Ross and Drake are not stopping anytime soon after the two started going back and forth on the internet. And now, their beef is getting a little more personal after they went on and threw shade at each other while comparing the dollars on their bank accounts. And it's getting out of hand. So Rick has long been one of Drake's most reliable collaborators these past few years, which is why a lot of people were shocked when he participated in Future and Metro Boomin's We Don't Trust You, specifically in the track Everyday Hustle. However, reports have already floated online concerning a possible conflict between the two, and when Rick started dissing Drake on the track, everything made sense, and fans believed that there had been a fallout. Not to mention how Rick's ex-girlfriend, Tia Kemp, went on Instagram Live and alleged that Rick frequently made nasty comments behind Drake's back. That alone was enough to open the floodgates, and one way or another, people were expecting Drake to drop his diss track about Rick. Well, he did, and now we have this internet rap beef that everyone is so eager to follow. Rick has been in attack mode since Drake released Push-Ups a few weekends ago, and while fans were slightly expecting an indirect diss, Drake didn't hold back and included a blatant reference to Ricky's age. And Rick fired back and released Champagne Moments. He also used the cover art of a viral yearbook photo of a white man from the 1950s that spread online in 2019 because of his likeness to Drake. Rick didn't stop there and kept referring to Drake as a white boy, mainly because of his mixed-race heritage, and claimed that Drake merely collaborated with street rappers early in his career to seek respectability. And now, the two are engaging in another kind of beef. They're showing off their money, and it's been nothing but savage. The Teflon Don shared a video of Drake selling his final home in the United States. LA luxury realtor Tyler Neal claims in the video that the $88 million property is the most expensive home on the market right now in the prestigious 902 Tseom area code. Of course, Rick didn't let this slide and also shared a video of himself lecturing on Six God's boring pace of answers, mocking him about his nose reduction, among other topics. Well, you know what's coming next. Drake dropped his own bombshell and shared a screenshot of his conversation with Rick, where he basically called out the other. Imagine you having $88 million to spend on a crib. Your be steals like you got them from a police auction. Your Star Island house on a sliver of cheesecake. Your lot 4,000 square feet, my crib 4,000 square feet, Leonard. And you put a wrap on your timeshare jet that coming off when it's the other people's turn to fly. He then addressed Ross as a Brett Barish worker, alluding to the proprietor of Luc Belaire, one of the beverages Ross usually advertises. Drake made his last blow after mocking Rose's property size in an IG story. This the Miami starter pack, you living in a content creator crib. This prompted a set of responses from Rick, and this time he made it clear that he was not happy about what Drake had said about him and his properties. He then called out Drake for not helping his friend, who was struggling financially, implying that if he really did have more money, why couldn't he spare a couple of millions of dollars and buy his friend a mansion?
You got 48 hours, white boy. If you got Ricky Rose money, ain't none of my in foreclosure. Come on, white boy. I'm finna bust a bottle. White boy, don't do stunner like that.
There's more, because in another IG story, Rick went on and called Drake fake for writing his raps.
Your nose fake, your stomach fake. You don't write raps. Your biggest homies in foreclosure. Come on, man. Go buy all that's living with each other a big mansion and put the BBL Drizzy logo on the gates, man. And
then Rick sealed the deal and made it clear that he was loaded and didn't need Drake to survive.
See, white boy, I'm a different kind. Rose, I'm rich. I don't need you for a remix, white boy. I don't need you.
Wow, that was one intense back and forth, and fans couldn't help but share their thoughts about this mess. Just like this fan who wrote, "Funny how Drake never mentions or denies having ghostwriters." While another said, "This is the only time in history that Rick Ross can clown someone's body and be 100,000% correct. This is getting embarrassing for Drake."